Well, well, well. Well, 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 well. Pulling above. Dragon Age the Veilguard tanking sales force EA to shift revenue forecast. BioWare to blame for gaming companies' monetary mess. You know, EA is just as much to blame because I mean, they're just as into this crap as BioWare is the pushing agendas crap. Like, no one can look at this and say that's a good character right there. She had the potential to be a great character. Oh, wait. I called her she. She's non-binary. Her pronouns are they, them. I need to pull a barf. No. She had the potential to be a great character, and instead they made her a whining, annoying bitch who's just not respectful to anyone else's identity, despite she demanded respect. She started the conversation with her mom. I'm non-binary, using modern terminology in a game in a medieval like fantasy game, and her own people have a word or a phrase or whatever to describe what she was feeling. But nope, gotta add those modern phrases in there, don't we? And EA is just like, yep, this is good to go. This is cinema. So EA is facing a grim financial outlook as the company slashes its revenue forecast for the current fiscal year. The gaming giant pointed to the underperformance in sales for EA Sports FC 25 and Dragon Age the Veilguard as key factors in its struggles. $700 million spent on this game. About 350 or so for the game itself, 400 for or so marketing, another couple hundred million. So it says that they would need to sell 10 million copies. So that's $700 million. So yeah, you want to know how much it sold? 100 million. $100 million worth. So, but sure. And I'll pull up the numbers because they'll give exact numbers, and I'll pull out the calculator so you guys can see that I'm not just making it up, because people are stupid and they can't just pull out a calculator on their own. While the official narrative blames a post-holiday sales slump and unmet player engagement goals, industry insiders and fans have begun to question if EA's prioritization of identity politics and gender narratives might be steering. You think? Again, it's not just BioWare. EA is complicit in this too. They're complicit in this. They're just as bad, if not worse, as BioWare. So, released in October. Wow. Dragon Age the Veilguard has fallen shockingly short of sales expectations. According to EA, the game engaged roughly 1.5 million players during the 3-month period ending December 31st, 2024, nearly half of what the company anticipated. So, 1.5 million, assuming that's, the people, that's 1.5 million people, individual bought games. So 1.5, or actually 1.5 million, and just the base game, which was around $70 times 70, 105 million, which seems like a big peepee number. But here it says EA initially projected the game would sell upwards of 10 million copies over its life cycle. So 10 million copies. 10 million times, again, base game. That's what the actual cost of making it was, or rather, the cost of making it plus marketing, because marketing, like I said, is another couple hundred million. So now do you see that 105 million is a paltry number, a minuscule number compared to what they actually had to make? So yeah, people look at this, and from the outside, that number looks great. The 105 million, it looks great. That's a lot of money. But you need to think of it in terms of a business. If you're spending this much money to create and market a game, and you only make back 105 million, not only did you not even come close to breaking even, you didn't make any profit. You didn't make a profit. And that, in a business, is your goal, is to make a profit. So everyone can sit here and tell me, oh, John, I love the game. Okay, good. Did it get anywhere close to making back what it... Within the first couple of days, there was 30,000 people returning the game or refunding the game. That's $2 million alone lost. So great, you enjoyed it. The game was a failure still. This is what they needed to make just to break even. Just to break even. And yet, that is what they made. The numbers don't lie. I'm not altering it. I'm not smudging the numbers. This is what they made. So you may not like what I'm saying. That's fine. If you like the game, that's fine. But looking at this number, knowing that what it's supposed to make, no one can sit here and say that this was a success. Like, you can keep lying to yourself, but deep down you know this game was not a success. Not even close to breaking even. Several hundred million away from breaking even. And even then, breaking even is not good. You don't want to break even. You want to make a profit. For 10 million copies over its life cycle, according to an insider source cited by YouTuber SmackJT. They now seems increasingly unlikely, especially given the turmoil at BioWare, the studio responsible for the Dragon Age series, adding to the shitstorm. Veilguard's director, Corinne Bush, left BioWare earlier this month, claiming the move was voluntary. Yeah, just like our good friend Alyssa, when she left Kotaku. Oh yeah, guys, it's completely voluntary. Not to mention, just ignore the fact that they're laying off lots of people at the same time. No. Me quitting, it's voluntary. I wanted to move on to new things. Uh-huh. But, however, speculation swirls whether this exit is tied to the game's failure. Under Bush's leadership, Dragon Age: The Veilguard leaned heavily into progressive themes. Yep. With storylines and characters that many criticize as ham-fisted attempts to cater to identity politics. And even then, the same group of people that these people at these companies cater to and pander to, even they didn't want to fucking play it. Because again, if people are looking for genuine diversity, they're not getting it. They're not getting it. The only people who honestly look at someone like Tosh and would call her a good character are the people who are so insecure with their own identity that just, oh my god, non-binary, I totally relate to them. And that's all they see. They can't look past that. It's so just narrow. Other people are like, okay, great, she's non-binary. I'm non-binary, she's not great. What other reason do I have that I should care about her? Because you're not giving me a whole lot. Like, they can't imagine people on their own side not liking these characters or their writing. They think like, oh, here, you have your diversity. It's like, okay, great. Black character. They suck. They're terribly written. But, oh, you must be a racist. It's like, I'm black. And I'm telling you, this character is terribly written. They can't comprehend that. So instead, they just hide behind that shield of your phobism. And you have people online like, oh, leave big company alone. And nothing ever changes. Nothing ever changes. This is why people need to start standing up to these companies and stop defending them Because I've said before, me personally, I'm not calling for no diversity. I'm saying make it better. I've said before, Tosh could have been an amazing character. You know, a struggle of identity and going through this journey and finding who you. It could have been a great story, but no, they made her a whiny fucking bitch. Whiny bitch. You don't know what it's like to not be comfortable in your own skin, in your own body. I'm just gonna disrespect everyone else's identity and demand that everyone respect mine. So she had the ability, the chance to be an amazing character, and people like Corrine Bush ruined it. They freaking ruined it with terrible writing, terrible storytelling. This focus, according to some fans, came at the expense of the deep, immersive world building and character development that made the Dragon Age series, Dragon Age franchise, beloved in the first place. Again, you know, people were saying, oh, well, the other games had like trans characters or gay characters. Yes, I'm sure they did. Were they good written characters? There you go. There you go. Did they come out and let you know that they were gay every 5 freaking seconds? What's that? No? There you go. It has nothing to do with the identity, but it has everything to do with the writing. Stop defending poor writing, people. Just stop. Just stop. You have other games, same thing. It's like, oh, well, this game is like anything like the Masquerade, right? Or anything, a game like that where it's always had trans characters and non-binary or whatever. And it's like, okay, were they good written characters? Because you said no one ever complained about them. Were they good written characters? What? They were? Well, there you go. Because these characters are not good written characters. They suck. Like a vampire. We do not care about the diversity. We are tired of shit, just piss poor writing. The sooner people grasp that, the better. So if you truly want a genuine experience when it comes to diversity, demand that these people write better characters. You want to see a black character, a trans, great. Demand that they're actually well written and genuine and feel real and can actually make you feel like they've experienced things that you have as well. Instead of, hey, here's a black character. Her entire character is that she's black. Ooh! Meanwhile, thousands of miles away. Meanwhile, EA Sports FC 25, the company's rebranded soccer simulation game after losing the FIFA license, has also struggled to meet expectations. EA reported a slowdown. I mean, I don't know why that would be the case. Those games sell like hotcakes. EA has revived its net bookings project for the fiscal year down to 7 to 7.15 billion from an earlier range 7.5 to 7.8 billion. CEO Andrew Wilson tried to put a positive spin. Andrew Wilson. I knew an Andrew Wilson when I was in middle school. Tried to put a positive, and he was also a nerd too, like games and stuff like that. And he sat in front of me and he would talk about like anime and stuff, like FLCL and all that. Trying to put a spin on positive spin on the situation, touting a return to growth in fiscal year 2026 as EA prepares to launch more major. Okay, you can launch as many major titles as you want, but if they're badly written games, no one's gonna buy them. You know, people nowadays are very wary of buying games. Games are not exactly cheap. You know, and people are continuously wasting $70, $80 if you're buying deluxe editions upwards to $150, $200, and you're getting a subpar product. Terrible writing, terrible story, terrible characters, crappy gameplay, nothing innovative, nothing new added to the table, nothing. And you're spending $70, $80 of your hard-earned money on that. But the companies keep doing it because no one speaks up about it. You have a very few people, but then we're disregarded as phobes and isms. The more people who stand up against it, the more these companies will actually probably, hopefully, understand that people are tired of it. But as of right now, it's never going to change because the people calling it out are just labeled as phobes and isms. Because you have those people in, stop it, leave big company alone. Adding fuel to the fire, BioWare's future looks increasingly uncertain. Smash JT's source claims that EA is planning to shut down BioWare's Edmonton headquarters. Yep, all those jobs. People want to say, "Oh, you guys are celebrating people losing their jobs." Well, you people are the reason that these companies have to, that these good people are losing their jobs. Because you continue to just allow these companies to get away with what they're doing. These people who are getting fired, not people like Corinne Bush who are leaving willingly, apparently. The people, the grunts, the peons, the level design and stuff like that, they're the ones getting fired, not the higher ups. Not the higher ups. So you really want to care and say you care about these people, and then start standing up to these companies. Once they start making better games, those good people won't have to lose their jobs. I don't know what's so hard to understand about this. But for all those people like, oh, you're celebrating people, you're allowing it. You're fucking allowing it. By allowing these companies to continue with their crap-ass writing, trying to defend it, coming out and labeling everyone as a phobe, as an ism, Nazi far-right supporter, Donald Trump supporter. Anytime anyone has any valid criticism about a game, you're the one allowing it. So don't come out and attack us. You're the ones allowing it. Because again, few people mentioning it or talking about it, we get safely discarded as phobes and isms. And then the companies will have no reason to have a need to change because they know that there's always going to be people defending them. So you want things to change, you want good people to stop losing their jobs, then start speaking up. Headquarters further solidifying suspicions that the studio's best days are behind it. Once renowned for its RPG masterpieces like Mass Effect and Dragon Age Origins, BioWare now seems to be a shadow of its former self, a casualty perhaps of EA's broader corporate strategy. EA's admission of failure has also forced the game journalism industry to finally acknowledge Veilguard's failure. The headlines popping up on sites like IGN, which initially rated the game a 9 out of 10. While they have some really great games that they only gave like 7 out of 10. Yeah, they're not EA or anything, or BioWare really. Tasha's the perfect representation of how the game and the game companies are now. They blow. EA limps towards the end of the fiscal year, fans and investors alike are left wondering whether the company will learn. Yeah, right. We'll learn from these failures. Will EA finally abandon its obsession with identity politics and refocus on what made its games great in the first place? Or will it continue to alienate players and jeopardize its legacy? Find out on the next exciting episode of Dragon Ball Z. No, they're not going to learn. Again, as long as there's one person defending them and allowing them to continue making these bad stories and bad characters, it's not going to change. So let's see if Bunny with a keyboard commented. Nope, no comments. And Adam. Oh, never mind. Not Adam. Zelda. Zelda! You mean Zelda Fitzgerald? No, Zelda, the princess. Zelda. She's like, yeah, I'm named after the princess. Because I am a princess. You are. You are a princess. Anyway. Yeah, as long as there's one person who allows and continues to defend poor writing and poor characters and crappy gameplay and stuff. It's not going to change. And as I've said, welcome to modern gaming. They're no longer in the business to make money or to make games that are fun and innovative and stuff like. No, they're there to push an agenda, perfectly complacent with terrible storytelling. And then when you criticize, have valid criticism, you're labeled as a phobianism because they know they can do that because everyone else is people are defending them. So, congratulations, modern games. Anyway, that's going to do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.